Hey, welcome back to another episode of I Watched It So You Don't Have To. This time around, we're going to be talking about the 2020 film Run, Sweetheart, Run. We're doing things a little bit differently. Typically, I film for YouTube, edit it, and upload for the podcast. This time around, I'm recording the audio for the podcast, then I'm editing to upload to YouTube. So a little bit of a different format. And also it's been, at the time that this will post, it will have been 3 weeks since my last upload. That's mainly because I'm taking a mental health break, you guys. Times have been a little bit rough for me. On top of that, I'm trying to get more hours at work, but I'm back. Hopefully we're going to get back on track. End of the year, it's a little rough for me after last year, but here we are. We're going to power through it, you guys. And I gotta say, despite how many times I've been underwhelmed, I will watch whatever TV show or movie I see Ella Balinska in. Single mother Cherie is settling in at her new job. When her boss is double booked, he sets her up for the client meeting. What starts off as a meeting over dinner ends up turning into a night of terror as the man she thought was just a client turns out to be much more monstrous. Cherie must run for her life through the city to escape him. Right off the bat, I will say that this movie is entertaining and the look is really interesting with the low lighting and the city shots. I really enjoy the colors, the aesthetic, and the music in this movie. It didn't take itself too seriously despite the heavy idea of a woman living in a patriarchal society. That in itself is scary, but that's every day for some people. So that aside, as a movie, it wasn't as scary or full of tension as I was expecting. What I did not expect was for it to be so quirky and different. I have to say that the stylistic ideas could have been pushed much further. The concept was really interesting and the story kept you guessing as to what was going on throughout, but by the time it was revealed, nothing was revealed. Let's go back to talking about Ella Balinska. She was convincing as Cherie from start to finish, and I was rooting for her throughout. She really landed the more agreeable side of the role and of being a woman, but when it came time for her to survive, she took up space and really delivered a strong performance. My issues lie with the way the character was written. Definitely lazy writing, definitely poor decision making. I will say though, with her background, someone needs to get this woman her own action franchise. Pilou Asbæk as Ethan was good. I really liked him. I think he did a good job, but oddly enough, there were only a few moments where I found him remotely threatening despite what the movie did show us, which honestly wasn't much. All right, I watched it so you don't have to, but was it worth the watch? Hear me out, you guys. This movie actually reminded me of 2019's Sweetheart, which was streaming on Netflix. I believe it's still streaming on Netflix. And if I remember that movie right, which I think I do, then they're both giving women surviving the thing that's trying to destroy them energy. And honestly, who doesn't love that concept? So if you like that idea and don't mind a movie that's a little predictable, then I would watch Run, Sweetheart, Run. Personally, I thought that Sweetheart was so much better, but that comes down to preference. Sweetheart showed us exactly what she was up against, but Run, Sweetheart, Run did not, having us rely on Balinska's reaction, which, while fantastic, wasn't enough to make me feel scared or terrified. Going back to how quirky Run, Sweetheart, Run is, I really liked the fourth wall breaking. The first time it happened, it was a surprise and it actually worked really, really well. Aside from the standout moment, it wasn't to our or the story's advantage to continue using it. I think if the movie pushed unique concepts like the fourth wall breaks and really gave us a true reveal, this movie could have been a standout. And that brings us to the end of the episode where I watched it so you don't have to. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. Check out this show's page to watch all the episodes on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, check out the link in the description below to listen to the podcast. Go ahead and leave the video a thumbs up if you like the video so I know you liked the video. Comment down below, have you watched Run, Sweetheart, Run? The movie did come out in 2020, and I've got to say the only reason why I even watched the movie is because I saw a TikTok on my For You page. She was kind of giving her review. She was giving the summary. And I thought, why not? Sounds interesting. Sounds like my cup of tea. So I was like, I'm going to go for it. Again, Ella Balinska. I really like her, despite how underwhelming a lot of her movies and TV shows are. This one kind of falls in line with the rest. I was a little underwhelmed with it, but the movie did what it did well. It was enjoyable and I liked it. Definitely something to watch. If anything we've talked about in this episode so far has piqued your interest and you have time to spare, I would watch the movie. If you're not interested in anything that we've talked about so far, I would absolutely skip it. If you've already seen Run Sweetheart Run, let me know your thoughts on the movie down below. While you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next movie that I'm going to be watching for you. Right after recording this audio, I'm going to start on The Menu. Both of these episodes will be dropping on the same day, but coming up next, it's going to be Spirited, which is streaming on, I believe it's Apple TV, whatever Apple's streaming service is called. There's so many streaming services, you guys, I can't keep up with everyone. Spirited, the Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell movie. Also Violent Night, which was released in theaters, what was it, December 2nd? That one was fun. So again, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But until the next video, spread positivity, be safe, take care of yourself, happy holidays, and make sure you know what time sunrise is. Bye.